Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here and welcome to my review week. For the next 5 days I'm going to be reviewing 5 movies back to back. A review today, a review tomorrow, a review Wednesday, a review Thursday and one more review on Friday. Let's begin with today's review, Bolt. Bolt is a Disney animated feature centered on a dog called Bolt, who stars as a super dog in a blockbuster television series alongside his owner Penny. The twist is that Bolt was raised to believe that he really does live in the TV show's universe and he has genuine superpowers, all to help Bolt's acting seem convincing to audiences. One day, Bolt accidentally ends up in the world outside the studio and must get back to Hollywood to reunite with Penny, with help from a street-smart alley cat called Mittens and an energetic hamster called Rhino, who is a huge fan of Bolt's TV show. Now, this film has its ups and downs in terms of narrative. Most of the film is made up of Bolt misunderstanding the real world and realizing that he doesn't actually have superpowers. It is the same joke played out in several set pieces until Bolt comes to his senses, so I'll admit that the first half of the film drags on and feels repetitive. However, once Bolt realizes he's not really a super dog, the movie becomes a likable and affectionate road trip story, as it focuses on the growing bond between Bolt, Mittens and Rhino, developing and fleshing out their characters along the way. I did feel myself growing attached to these misfit animals and legitimately wanted them to stick together. Each animal also has their own unique skill to bring to the team. Bolt's background in stunts helps the gang to be physically ambitious, Mittens' knowledge of the real world grounds the trio, plus Rhino's nerdy fanboy energy keeps the three of them inspired and upbeat. It's a really solid dynamic that the writers clearly thought through.
I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just a little bit concerned about the number of lunatics on this trip. My limit is 1.
He's coming with us.
But I...
Hey, move it, prisoner. We're losing daylight.
I agree. Now, we need to find a fast set of wheels.
It's also pretty interesting seeing Bolt stopping to realize that his whole life was a lie, as he begins to question his real identity in the world. It is pretty poignant and deep stuff for a kids' movie. That's one thing I certainly respect about the movie. It does explore the consequences of raising Bolt this way and how it affects his mental health. For example, there's a scene where Bolt is dragged off after a scene, still thinking that Penny is actually in danger. It is pretty cruel, and the film knows this, as Penny steps in to protest against the way he's being treated. The film could have easily sidestepped this aspect of Bolt and never addressed the dark side of tricking Bolt that he's a superdog, but instead, the film tackles it and ends up adding dimension to Bolt's character.
Mittens, if I don't chase bad guys, then what am I?
He's more than your cute, typical little talking doggy. He's a victim of mankind's exploitation of animals, and the scars show. What also gives weight to Bolt's arc is his relationship with Penny. The brief scenes they share together indicate a really strong bond, a pet and owner connection that's charming enough to make us care about their eventual reunion. You can really tell that they love each other so much, it's adorable.
Oh, Bolt. You know I have to go. Yeah, you're my good boy.
The relationships between these characters are really lovely and serve as the movie's heart, energy and spirit. However, like I said, this movie has its ups and downs, and the finale is one such example of where the narrative weakens. I won't spoil anything, but let's just say the climax goes to very annoying lengths to make its finale incredibly bombastic, tear-jerking and emotional. Characters are suddenly written as stupid and naive, just so the emotions and thrills can be amped up. But the end result feels like forced melodrama because nothing really feels naturally played out. The whole climax feels like a soap drama ending. And remember, it takes place in the real world, not Bolt's TV show. Despite this, I'd still say that Bolt is a good movie. Not great, but good. It has a lot of heart, quite a few laughs, and it does some unique things with its concept. If you're looking for a movie that's basically a cross between The Truman Show and Homeward Bound, then you won't be disappointed because that's exactly what this movie is. But if you're looking for a remarkable and mind-blowing Disney feature, you may be disappointed because, well, I just thought this was an okay, cute movie. I've been Jambareeqi and I hope you enjoyed my review. Feel free to support me on my Patreon, and tomorrow I'm going to be reviewing Ratchet & Clank, so tune in next time. Cheerio, folks.